Hello, everybody. My name is Yael, also known as Yaelis. We're back with two friends talking about Special Edition. Look who's here. What's up?
Two friends. Hi.
Introduce yourself. I know most of the community already knows Cop very well, but give us a few words.
Yes, hi everybody. My name is Cop. I'm your friendly neighborhood sober streamer. You can also call me Steven if you want. I'm a variety streamer. I do a lot of Switch content during the week, and I also do Magic the Gathering EDH content on Saturdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Hover. There's a whole TikTok. There's a whole thing. We can put that link up into the chat later if we need to.
If I have any social media questions, my first person to go to is Cop. So he's everywhere. Have you seen the trailer for Wakanda Forever? It will we're going to talk about it in a little bit. We do have She-Hulk. That there was a new trailer that I kind of want to see what Steven thinks about it. We can watch it live because we missed on the opportunity to watch Wakanda Forever.
Spoiler alert, chat. I literally just watched the Wakanda Forever trailer on that BRB and I was reacting live and Yael was like, why are we not doing this with chat?
Exactly. So at least we have She-Hulk. I'm just going to say one thing about Wakanda Forever before we jump into all the trailers and all the discussions that were going on in San Diego Comic-Con. I don't know how much you followed Twitter today, Steven and everybody else, but there's a lot to talk about. But I got chills from the trailer for Wakanda Forever, and I've watched it like 10 times now, and almost every time I had teary-eyed, and I was teary-eyed and very emotional, and I'm super excited for this movie, and I'm really hoping that the feel from the trailer is the same feel that we're gonna get in the movie. There's so much going on in the trailer, but we're gonna get to it because She-Hulk is coming out next month, right? August? July?
Yeah, I think She-Hulk is next, yeah.
She-Hulk is coming out in a couple of weeks. Finally something to watch. I felt like I've had a few weeks with no Disney Plus checkups on the Wednesday.
She needs constant content.
I need content, guys. Sorry. What? Okay. Do you want to watch the trailer right now? Give us your reaction live.
Sure. Oh, yeah. They will probably be able to. I wonder if maybe they won't be able to hear me. But won't hear the trailer as I watch it.
Probably not. I think I didn't hear the trailer when we were watching Wakanda Forever.
This one was 19 hours ago. Okay, this is a new one.
It was 19.
Commercial, get out of here.
Commercial, get out. If you have not watched She-Hulk, watch it now with Steven. Let's go. I love it. I'm excited. We're going to talk all about it. Let us know when you have... When you're reacting.
Oh, no.
Wong is the new Nick Fury. Let's go.
Wong is the new Nick Fury. I'm totally into that concept. Like, as the Sorcerer Supreme.
It's a vagabond.
Yeah.
Vagabond, we're with you. I actually love Wong.
Yes.
Put Wong in all the movies. Okay, what do we think of She-Hulk? I'm actually super excited for the sitcom law Fermi kind of shenanigans. Who knows who will show up? It seems empowering. It seems fun. It seems kind of adultish, and I'm here for this.
Yeah, I think it's super smart to frame it in that way. Like, each show has to have its own kind of like style.
Yeah.
So to give it that sort of like family sitcom-y, attorney at law like vibe is absolutely hysterical. And if it does connect pieces, that would be really, really great, so that these TV shows don't feel so... Maybe the first round of these TV shows had to feel standalone, and now we're starting to get the next round of TV shows that's going to start to help connect moving pieces. I do think that it continues, if that is the pattern we're going to continue down, like, it really incentivizes the viewer to have to watch everything, and de-incentivizes the audience who have not watched something.
Yes.
And
that's a lot.
All or nothing Hail Mary on MCU's part of like, we're just gonna say, audience, if you haven't watched it, that is your loss.
But technically, if you have not watched WandaVision and you've seen Doctor Strange, there was maybe something you missed a little bit, but they gave you a mini version of the show.
They did and they didn't, right? Like, if
Yeah.
you were to watch, like, let's see if I can remove my WandaVision.
I
point.
cannot.
If I watched Multiverse of Madness, I would be like, what happened to the kids?
Yeah.
What is Westview?
Mm-hmm.
She says it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. And who are these kids? Yeah.
Like, there's a few big movie, and who are those kids? Right?
Yeah.
Like, did she murder them? I don't know. Like, you know. But yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's the way. I mean,
That's the way
as long as
comic
they
books
can
work.
right. As long as they can continue to not disenfranchise the audience too much, I'm into it. I'm gonna watch everything, but I know, like, my parents watching Love and Thunder, they were like, they got it, thank God, because there weren't any missing pieces to it.
But
I showed them WandaVision and Falcon Winter Soldier.
Okay.
They were like, okay, yeah. Doctor Strange 2 kind of ruins the ending closure. That's the tricky part of Doctor Strange 2, is that people really struggled with Wanda's character, and it's like, my thing is like, but it's really, to me, it's beautiful, because it's how
Yes.
far does grief push a person,
yeah.
right? Like, and if it pushes that person to do things that are out of their own character, that isn't unnatural, that isn't a foreign part of the human experience, right? Wanda,
Yeah.
back to being bad again, right?
Yeah.
Then we go into what is good and what is bad, right?
Yeah.
The beauty of the definition of moral good and bad is that even a villain believes that what they are doing is right and good for the world.
Wanda told Doctor Strange, "How come when I do something and it makes me the villain, but when you do it, it makes you the hero?"
Right. It's easy to
It's
be
not fair.
good and bad in a fictional narrative as an audience member, right?
Yeah.
If we put ourselves into Wanda's shoes, how far does that grief take me, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I think I thought it was beautiful. If you're a House of M person, if you've gone down that rabbit hole, like, Wanda's journey has always been this.
Yeah.
She is a very conflicted character, and I'm here for it. If Wanda became a goody two shoes, I'd be like, this isn't, you know.
Yeah.
So, but I hear you, Vagabond. I hear you.
Okay, so back to the trailer. She-Hulk is coming out next month. Anything else we want to say? Chat, do you want to jump in? I'm just excited. I'm super excited for this show. I think it'll be fun. And I can't wait to see who's going to show up, because it feels like a weekly monster, but like not necessarily a monster, but like the type of show that just there's something happening weekly.
Some guest star comes in every episode.
Exactly. It's called the Monster of the Week. That's what that was what we're trying to bring.
Yes.
The Monster of the Week kind of thing. It does seem like that Abomination is gonna be her main case. But I hope we're gonna get more cases, because that small bit of Daredevil at the end of the trailer
Yeah.
gives us a lot as well.
I think it's that. I think we also want the Happy connection to needing a better lawyer. I think everybody wants, like, Happy to be the case that she ends up working on for sure.
Oh, right, Happy. I forgot about Happy. But Happy's not technically a powered person, right?
No, he's not.
So they said that they want her, at least in the trailer, they want her to focus. They want something for enhanced people. Yeah. So maybe we're going to talk more about mutants. Maybe we're going to bring more from that interest area.
Really into the She-Hulk mutant narrative, like basically replacing the Jean Grey UN narrative from the OG X-Men and putting it with She-Hulk. That's pretty cool.
It can work. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I'm super excited, and the
I guess
fourth
this
wall
show won't
breaking.
have much ramifications in the MCU, so I might skip.
I don't think so. I think there's gonna be a lot of ramifications, but that's just me. From what the trailer showed, it's gonna connect. Like Steven said, it's gonna connect a lot of things, or at least it seems like it's connecting because Juan is showing up, and we saw Juan in the Abomination and Shang-Chi, so it's gonna connect to that, and then we're gonna get, I think, some background story and some preparation. And if you've seen what's coming in Phase 5 and the little bit we got from Phase 6, I think that it might be connecting some dots for us. If not for now, then for the future.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's what the people want. That's what people are asking for. Is like, Kevin, you gotta start connecting the dots for us here.
Yeah. Do you want to talk Wanda? Wanda. We were talking about so much about WandaVision. Yeah.
I know.
Do you want to talk Wakanda Forever, or do you want to? Have you seen the poster of Phase 5? Do you know?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Jenny and I were going down a Phase 5 rabbit hole. She tweeted at me, or she tweeted at me. So I think start with Wakanda Forever, because
that's the end of the Phase 4, apparently. That's what we learned.
Right. It's the end of Phase 4, and there's been, for me personally, there's been a huge, like, you can't get to the Illuminati without Namor, which means that if we're going Atlantis and Wakanda Forever, which we need to do because the Wakanda-Atlantis conflict is a huge geopolitical conflict in the Marvel comic books, is that, like, then that's great, because, again, there's two predictions. There's two like things that we're building. We're building Young Avengers with the introduction of young superheroes over time. We really have everybody but the twins in their teenage versions.
Sure.
And we're building the Illuminati. If we count Multiverse of Madness and that John Krasinski in that way, and we got the Black Bolt coming back, and they've already revealed Fantastic Four in a film for Phase 5.
Phase 6.
Whatever.
Yeah, Phase 6.
Like, you need, and you don't have Tony Stark, so
no more.
You need no more, right? But Xavier, Black Bolt,
yep,
Black Panther, Namor, Tony Stark, and Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
right. That's your Illuminati. So we're getting those moving pieces too, and both of those to me lead towards a few options. But it's exciting. I think having a war film would be really great right now, because a lot of the films haven't brought that back for us since the Infinity War, and like Wakanda just seems to always be the place we go to fight wars. Like,
seems so, yeah.
Seems so,
but it was so emotional. Like, just seeing the one thing I think that hits me in the trailer the most is, I forgot that character name, but T'Challa's mom. Coming and saying, I am the queen of the strongest nation in the world, and I lost my whole family. And like the emotion in that statement, I'm excited to see her on screen, excited to see her part in this movie, excited to see all the strong females that are showcased in this trailer. And Namor. I'm also excited to see Atlantis and Namor and all of that. I follow Heroes Reforged, guys. It's a YouTube channel of 3 Mexican guys who have a background in editing and doing stuff in Marvel or in the universe. And they also they host panels and stuff in Comic-Con, but they were so emotional about the fact that Namor is Mexican. The actor who plays Namor is Mexican. And even more so because they brought it into this universe of Wakanda and how much Wakanda meant to a lot of people, and now bringing also more representation. So there's a lot riding on this trailer and on this movie. And the trailer, the remix of the music of the trailer was
It's
so
also
well
a great
done.
example of Marvel doing it right and DC doing it wrong. With Aquaman and basically they're just being a white person underwater. Like,
Like,
but
why
what
not?
about the culture?
Yeah.
So,
So who do you think is the Black Panther? Ooh, Vagabond is asking us.
who do you think is Black Panther? I think it's his sister.
I think it's Shuri. Yeah. Sherry.
Yeah,
Sherry. Sherry.
Shuri. Yeah, I think it's Shuri. Um, and then who was the? I am blanking on all my names today. Who's the Chadwick Boseman?
Yeah.
So Chadwick Boseman is from Anderson, South Carolina, which is where my family lives. He went to
Oh.
high school. So if you go back to South Carolina and you go to Anderson, there's an entire mural.
Oh my God. Did you go?
Yeah, I've been twice. It's this outdoor thing, and it's like all these local artists doing all these murals of Chadwick because that's where he was from.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a big thing in South Carolina when he got named to be Black Panther. Everybody was like, "Oh my God, it's like local hero," you know. So I think it's really beautiful. It's such a hard thing to navigate for when you're trying to build this enterprise, this empire. When you lose somebody so important to
Oh yeah.
to the world because they put so much into Black Panther, and yeah. But I think it's gonna be beautiful. I think it's gonna be super emotional. I think everyone. I think the actors in that film. I think the film itself, the narrative, the editing, the storytelling, and everyone in that audience is gonna be really, really, really emotional for it. But like, that's a beautiful way to end the phase.
I'm already planning on bringing all the tissues with me to the movies. I saw the whole the panel that they had for the MCU in Hall H, and they ended with Wakanda Forever. They brought everybody that they had from the cast. They brought on stage. They showed the trailer, and the minute the trailer ends, you see all of them hugging on stage, like just. It was so emotional for them too to see it, and what they did from the trailer. It's such an interesting remix and emotional. There were a few emotional beats that were very interesting, and the fact that they mixed it, no woman, no cry with everything's gonna be all right, and it's like, and we finished the trailer with everybody. Everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be, and there's something about it that they really wanted to like show that they remember, but everything that like it's gonna be okay. We're doing this.
We got this.
We're doing this, and it's like something about the whole remix of it. They made it. I think it's one of the best trailers I've seen in a while. That made me emotional, made me excited, but also made me feel like that they respect everything, that there's a lot of memory going into this, and a lot of like the scene, the fact that they're all wearing white in the funeral, and like that opening of the trailer is beautiful, and the mural of Chadwin of the Black Panther, it's just there's a lot, and I can't wait. And also they tried, like they had to re-script the whole thing because he passed away. They had a plan. I think Namor was already in the plan in Atlantis and everything, but they had to completely change the whole first part of the movie of like, who is the Black Panther, what happened. Let's see how they close it. I don't know if they're even gonna give us a reason of what happened.
Yeah, they might not. I mean, we might have a full Uncle Ben moment of like, we don't need to dive into this. Like, we all recognize what this is. Like, and we don't need to make up some sort of like false narrative around it. You know, I personally, I would respect that a lot more if it was just like, we all get it, right? You get it, everybody. Hey, everybody in the audience, you get it, right? Okay,
we know.
Great. We know.
Like, immediately start with the funeral. Start the movie. We're there. It happened. Let's go.
I do think with the beautiful connecting piece between Love and Thunder and Black Panther that we do get out of this unfortunate situation
Mhm.
is the concept of a mantle, right? We also get that with Falcon and Winter Soldier, and it's something that I feel like this phase or this series of phases is giving us, is that it's not one person,
Yeah.
right? Like Captain America is not one person. Thor is not one person. Black Panther is not one person. So I love that passing of the torch, you know?
Yeah. It'll be interesting. And I think like a lot of people have been disappointed with the last few movies. And I'm really hoping that it will be back to the consent, like agreeing as a consensus that Black Panther will be like that. Wakanda Forever will be a good movie. Like I hope that will be the feeling when we go out, because I don't know what to think anymore. Like everybody's excited for Doctor Strange, and then there's mixed feelings about everybody. Everybody's arguing, and then Thor. Everybody's excited because it's Taika Waititi, but then everybody's has issues.
You can't please millions of people.
I
Like,
know, but
it'll
it's like
all. I think Kevin Feige has accepted that it'll all come out in the wash. That like at the end, if they do this right, if the dominoes line up right, that like when you get to the end of the saga and you get to the next
Yeah.
Infinity War Endgame thing, like it'll come out in the wash and it'll be great. Like, yes, people still joke about the first two Thors being absolutely terrible, but like, are we still holding on to that resentment, or are we okay with it?
But I feel like it's more than that. I feel like people who are not as committed are being lost. This is the phase that they're lost.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that goes back to disenfranchising the audience.
Exactly.
If you were you were able to be half committed in the previous saga of Marvel,
Yeah.
because the through line wasn't that thick.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's just the way it is. Like,
I just know a lot of people that the whole multiverse and all the shenanigans. Like I have a friend that didn't even finish Moon Knight because he was like, he got to like the part that they're in the hospital and
the hippo.
The
Everybody
hippo.
got to the hippo and said, "I'm out. I'm out at the hippo."
Like I didn't mind the hippo. I liked it, but even before the hippo, I think he just lost it when it became like the wimey timey. I don't know, the whole mumbo jumbo of like a little more fantasy, more so than action, or a little more complex in the space of things.
Yeah.
It lost a lot of people who are just more of a comment, like just wanted to watch action Marvel movies.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. That is how. I mean, if Kang is our big bad, that is.
Oh, yeah.
That's the unfortunate part of this.
They're
Like,
also-
we are dealing.
They call this phase the multiverse phase.
Yeah, like Kang is a multiversal villain, so
Yeah.
that's where we're at. Buckle up, everybody.
Buckle up. Okay, we're just gonna quickly go through all the stuff that we know of for phase 5, guys. And then I would like, if chat wants to join us, just let us know, what are you most excited for? What are the one or two things that you're most excited for? Let's see if I can do this without coughing or without mispronunciating something. That's two things. Or Steven can do it.
I believe in you.
Okay.
I believe.
No, I can do it. Okay, so
Okay,
Wakanda Forever was the end of phase 4. And then we start with Quantumania and Ant-Man and the Wasp, right? So that's a movie.
Yes.
We have Secret Invasion, which I see is a Disney Plus mini-series or something. It's an event on Disney Plus. Secret Invasion. Then we have Guardians of the Galaxy 3. We have,
Right.
which is a movie. Echo, which is a Disney Plus series. Loki Season 2.
Great.
The Marvels, which is a movie. Blade, which is a movie. Ironheart, another Disney Plus series. Agatha, Coven of Chaos, another Disney Plus series. Daredevil, Born Again, they're doing a reboot for Daredevil, another series. Captain America, New World Order movie. And Thunderbolts, new movie. Woo, I made it!
Yeah, this is a lot. Shrouded says, I'm only excited for the Wakanda movie. I'm kind of burnt out on the MCU. I think that's the general consensus.
Yeah.
Like, I think a lot of people are burnt out on the like sheer volume of content being asked of the audience to consume to
Whew.
get there, right? To
Yeah.
get there. But
This
this
does even
lineup is
touch. There's 3 more movies that we know of in Phase 6 that I will just throw in here just to add to the conversation. Fantastic Four is starting
yeah.
Phase 6, and 2 Avengers movies are ending Phase 6. So the saga ends at the end of Phase 6 with 2 Avenger movies that are gonna be about 5 or 6 months apart.
Black Widow was one of my favorites, and they did her so dirty. They did. They did. Poor ScarJo. That's also what like my friend Jenny is also saying the same thing. She's like, I just don't agree with the decisions that they're making as an audience member. And
With
I'm like,
all of
yep.
them?
With a lot, yeah, with a lot of it, like with a lot of the multiverse kind of concept and who has been killed off and who has remained and like where we're like things that I really I really don't. Jenny's right. Shrouded, you and Jenny could be besties. This lineup is crazy, mostly because like to me I know the Daredevil TV show is like going to be 12 or 14
18.
It's going to be very
18.
very long. Yeah, Daredevil season's going to be very long. I think we need Secret Invasion, especially if we're going to round out our Young Avengers narrative, because we need the Kree and the Skrull to get to Hulkling if we're ever going to get there. I don't know anything about Echo. I have no concept of Echo at all. I think a lot of people are hyped for Blade, which is exciting. I've never been a Blade fan, but like, let's go.
I've never seen it, so I don't know. We'll see.
I never saw the OG, you know?
Yeah, me neither.
And then I think Agatha is clearly a fan favorite character, so great.
I really hope they have to make a rendition of it was Agatha all along somehow.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I think what's crazy is Captain America and then Thunderbolts are almost back to back. Like, this is 2 back-to-back movies, like May and July. Yep. That's crazy to me.
There's a lot.
They're telling a story, and it's like they themselves don't know the story they're telling. A lot of plot holes and incorrect decisions. Yeah, I grew up with those movies, and I love them. But I'm skeptical on Blade, so I'll hold criticism.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I guess think that's like a lot of the people are like, they're like saying what it doesn't make sense. Make it make sense to me, you know? Fill in the gaps because I'm confused. And I think the more people are confused, the more, they step away.
I guess, but I'm looking at this page and I'm like, there's a lot of new things. Like, this is a new era. And also, I'm kind of curious to see all the characters that we just met, that we just got to know. Where do they come in all of these projects? Like, we know that Kamala is going to be in the Marvels, but are we going to see Shang-Chi anytime soon? Are we going to see...
Great question.
Yeah, are we going to see Wanda again? Are we going to see all the younglings that we just... Kate Bishop, Yelena, I don't know, all of these people. I want to see them. It seems like Thunderbolt is where we're going to see John Walker, the Abomination. Maybe Yelena is part of the Thunderbolts. John Walker. The non-Captain America guy that killed someone with a shield.
Oh, that's the one that Julia Louis-Dreyfus is like assembling this like really ragtagged. I did not even realize that.
Oh yeah, so the Thunderbolts, as you guys know by now, I watch a lot of YouTube. And the Thunderbolt, people have been expecting a movie of the Thunderbolts because of Yelena, because of that actress, that big name actress that they brought just to collect people.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Yes, I cannot. You said it too quickly, but Julia. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Her name is Julia.
Julia.
We're just gonna call her Julia. It's like Daniel Radcliffe had I know it's very unrelated, but Daniel Radcliffe had an interview about his movie with Sandra Bullock. And he said that she asked him to call her Sandy, and he feels so weird calling her Sandy. because it's Sandra Bullock, and it's very difficult not to call her Sandra Bullock. So we're gonna call her Julia from now on. So the Thunderbolt is the group that she's collecting right now. So that's where we're going with that. Ironheart, we're gonna meet her in
Riri.
Wakanda Forever,
Yeah.
and then have her show. So that might be interesting because a lot of the shows we just met the characters in the shows, but this time it's the opposite. We're gonna meet them in the movie and then have a show for Ironheart.
Yeah. Shrouded says there's too many people now, it feels cluttered, and I have no clue how they're going to manage to put all these vast different stories with so many characters together.
Yeah.
Ironheart is supposed to be the new Iron Man. Yes, Ironheart is
kind of, yeah.
Riri Williams takes up the mantle of Ironheart, which again goes back to what feels like a recurring theme in this entire saga is mantles.
Mantles. And not mantle, not Nantlet. What's her name? Mantis.
Mantis.
Also, they were saying, sorry, continue.
Go.
I was just about to say that Guardians of the Galaxy, they did a big thing in the panel that it's the end. It's the end of the saga. It's the end of what James wanted. What's his name? James something.
James Gunn.
James Gunn wanted to tell a story that was 3 parts, and this is where this is the end of that story he wanted to tell. And he said that it was 10 years ago this month. Can you guys believe it? 10 years ago that he came with the idea of Guardians of the Galaxy 1 to Kevin Feige. And this is where we finish it. This is where we end it next year. And I'm excited, but also I don't want to put too much hope on Guardians of the Galaxy because I do enjoy that group. And they're going to focus a lot on Rocket's childhood and history origin in this movie.
Yeah.
So
that was a very failed comic book run.
Oh, really?
So I hope that there was a lot of people have tried to do Rocket's origin a few times, and the most recent one, which is done by one of my favorite comic book artists, was not done well.
Oh no!
So it's a hard thing to do, like when you try to create an origin story for a character that doesn't have an origin story.
Yeah,
it's hard.
So we'll see, but like I'm excited for Secret Invasion because the only person that they brought on stage for it is now I'm completely Maya. No, what is her name? Colby. She played in
Colby. Yeah,
Colby.
Yeah.
She played in How I Met Your Mother. No. Mm-hmm. Colby is her actual name, I believe. Never mind. She played in How I Met Your Mother. She is the actress who plays next to Samuel Jackson. Maria Hill. Thank you. Yes, Maria Hill is the name of the character.
Vagabond's got it.
Yeah, thank you, Vagabond and Shrouded. Okay, so Maria Hill is the only one who came on stage for Secret Invasion. I think they're keeping it very... That's my vibe.
Yes.
I think they're keeping it much in wraps of who is going to be in Secret Invasion. We know that Samuel Jackson. We know Maria, the actress who plays Maria Hill, and we'll see what happens. But I'm excited to see what is that thing? What is that event going to be?
I think it's interesting because anybody could be in Secret Invasion.
Yes, exactly.
You're dealing with a race of shapeshifters. Literally anybody could appear in that movie, that TV show. Like, that's the crazy cool part of it.
Yeah, so I'm excited.
Let's see, Shredder says, honestly, all these movies should have been done in 3 concise parts. It would have made it better and forced them to actually make a cohesive story. And then we get to our Mariah Hill. I love that one. They need to give her a more prominent role. They do. They really need to give her a more prominent role.
So, we'll see.
Yeah. My theory on this is that the universe has to expand. Like, I imagine this is like an accordion.
Okay.
And the MCU has to expand, and then it has to condense back down to a singularity. And I say that because that's the infinity narrative of the when a universe collapses and it shrinks down. They talk about it in Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Because that literally what happens is in that narrative, one universe falls and everything collapses down. So in order to have everything collapse back down to a singularity, the MCU has to expand as wide as possible for us to get back there.
Yeah.
I predict by the end of Phase 6, we'll be back to what we consider to be a more cohesive storyline. But for now, we got to get real... We got to make our vision has to go like... Woo!
So, here is a question for the the distant future. As a comic book fan, Steven, where do we go after the craziness? After this whole phase 5 and 6 of going wide, going crazy, so many characters, having all of it comes together into Secret War, or the all the universes coming crashing together. What is that narrative that we can tell afterwards that is a singular narrative, or is it the end?
See, that's what I don't know. I never read Secret Wars.
Oh.
And I have heard very mixed reviews about it as a comic book and a kind of like universal event. So I don't know. I really don't. I'm excited for Kang. I hope that we get Kang's arc across and we can narrow it back down to. I would be totally okay if we narrowed back down to one concept of the Avengers. Perhaps that's our Young Avengers through line, and we get to just watch an entire generation move forward. That would be really great, and I think that like that we could start going down. Everybody's mentioned like going down the Galactus route, especially once we get the Fantastic Four, because that's an easy big bad to go after, right?
Yeah.
Or to introduce. But I don't know. I really don't. But as soon as, for me, it was all the way back in Far From Home when Doctor Strange 1 talking about multiverse, and then Far From Home introducing Earth 616. I was like, oh, we're going to infinity. We're going into the universes colliding.
Yeah.
So
I only know of this concept from DC. So
yeah.
I know it's very different in the DC.
Incursion. I had to Google it. It's an incursion. That's
incursion. But is there anything that you're excited for, Steven, out of this lineup that is coming up?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm excited for Secret Invasion. I'm excited for Loki, Agatha. I've never read Riri's comic books, but I'm interested in that whole thing. I'm gonna watch all of it regardless.
Me too.
But I'm super interested in just like where the dots are gonna connect, and if any of the things that I've been predicting or thinking about are gonna connect. At the end of the day, I just want Young Avengers. To me, if that's all we get, that's great. I'll take it.